Mini punch. It's another beautiful morning, another beautiful day at the news 10. It's all about the Super Review program. It's all about reviewing what we have on Nigerian delis, bystanders at news 10. Your number one Super Review program on Flake TV. Michael is here again as the anchor to this is how the way it is. All right, it's currently raining, and we believe we still need to come out here to, read out what we have today to you viewers. The reviewers are on standby, also in the rain, ready to analyze what we have on these dailies. Let's quickly move down to the Punch newspaper. The Punch newspaper. The major headline it reads: 2024 federal government plans 26 trillion naira budgets, debt servicing GULP to 8.25 trillion naira. Federal government plans 26 trillion naira budget, debt servicing to GULP 8.25 trillion naira. Personnel debts service cost to GULP 62% of 26 trillion naira. Government plans 700 naira to dollar. All right, moving down to another story on the front page of this paper. We have subsidy removal. Naira fall push food inflation to 30.64%. Subsidy removal. Naira fall push food inflation to 30.64%. So foreign news: Israeli Hamas war, Putin demands ceasefire. Cardinal offers self for hostages. And we have down the paper the pictures of pensioners in Osun State. 20 Osun pensioners suffer exhaustion amid rowdy verification. 20 Osun pensioners suffer exhaustion amid rowdy verification. You can see the pictures on the front page of the Punch newspaper and to the other stories on the same daily. Third mainland bridge, now a death trap. Motorists lament. You can see this on page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. Third mainland bridge, now a death trap. Motorists lament. Akpabio behind my removal from Senate, says Abo. Akpabio, that's the Senate president, behind my removal, says Abo. On palliatives, Nigerians condemn poor Russian lambast governors. Now to another paper here. This one is wet. Wow. All right, PDP LP fire federal government as cost of food items drive inflation to 26.7%. The People Democratic Party, that's PDP, Labour Party, fire federal government as cost of food items drive inflation to 26.7%. To the next story, clearance of EFCC chairman. All eyes on the Senate. Malam Nuru Ribadu, that's the NSA and the intelligence community. PDP crisis, Wike queries AG BOT chairman Wabara. Down the paper, we still have on Osun State, plight of pensioners. Plight of pensioners. You can see it right on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. A pensioner who collapsed while waiting for the government's audit team and the ongoing forensic audit of active and passive workers of Osun State being stretched out of the center in Oshogbo. You can see the pictures on the front page of Vanguard newspaper. Moving down to another story. Thank you so much, Lucky. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks for the love. Hamas says Israeli threats of ground invasion don't scare us. All right, the last story I'll be reading to the viewers across the globe. Lagos issues 7-day quit notice to vehicles on bridges. Lagos issues 7-day quit notice to vehicles on bridges. I'm sure our viewers are watching right now, and I need to quickly acknowledge the presence of the viewers watching us on this platform right now. We appreciate our esteemed viewers for joining us on today's edition of this program, and we hope you have a great time with us today. All right, my phone is wet. I don't think I'll be able to greet the viewers now. Okay, yeah, it's back. Lucky, please, can you just bring it closer? Yeah, okay. Okay, Gladys Iyabo, good morning to you. She's saying hello to us. Good morning, everyone. Abu Mosaya, Africa, thank you so much. He's watching from London. And some other people that we can call right now. I think the rainfall is affecting the phone. Seriously. The phone is wet. The phone is already malfunctioning.
I'm telling you.
All right, so let's have one of our reviewers here.
Because even the phone says
malfunctioning, seriously. All right, Mr. Matthew, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike Adekulu.
Yeah, I hope you're not catching cold.
We'll manage it.
All right, can I have that Punch newspaper? Can I have the Punch? Can I have the Punch? Yeah. All right, let's quickly talk about the budget for 2024, which President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has proposed. And we have a Nigerians kicking that this is too much. 26 trillion naira budget for what? I think in the time of Muhammadu Buhari, we had about 11.3 or so trillion naira. In Tinubu's regime, 26 point something, 3 trillion naira or 26.25 trillion naira. Matthew, debt servicing to GULP about 8.25 trillion naira. How do you think we can move forward with this?
Thank you for having me. I think to start with, it is not wrong to budget 26 point something trillion. If the government can earn it, I think it's a welcome development. But where I see worrisome in the budget proposal is the issue of debt servicing that is going to cost about 8.7 trillion. And if you look at debt servicing combined with personnel costs, it's going to cost 62.something% of the total budget. Meaning you are just left with about 48% to do infrastructure development and other areas of human endeavor in the country. So for me, I think the cost of governance is an issue here. Because how can you be spending 62.something trillion on debt servicing and personnel? I think over the years, Nigerians have always been discussing and hearing that government should address cost of governance, cut cost of governance. And as we speak, this administration is having the highest number of ministries. We are looking at how to prune it down. When the government was told us that they wanted to restructure the ministries and agencies, we thought at the end of the day we were going to see the number coming down. But then, as at the last count, we understand that the inception of this national democracy from 1999, this government is having the most bloated ministry. And we had the issue of budget padding. At the time Saraki was there, when we had check and balance, we were hearing and there was exposure of budget padding and all that. But when Saraki left there, we had Lawa. We never hear anything about whether budget padding or there was no check and balance. And the current scenario we have now is not different from what we had under Lawa, because we understand the process. The current leadership of the two National Assembly came to relevance because Mr. President or the presidency rather endorsed Akpabio and Abbas as the Senate President and House of Reps Speaker respectively before the emergence. So for me, I think we needed a National Assembly that is more sensitive to their responsibility, to the point of let us see check and balance. But the way it's today, it looks as if it's a house of arts and goes. Anything that comes from executive goes. And look at the borrowing trajectory of this government currently. It's already at an alarming stage. And I doubt if this National Assembly can address it. But holistically looking at the budget, I think the government needs to look inward to cut down cost of governance, to reduce that 62% that has to do with the debt servicing and overhead costs, personnel costs, at least to 30% of the budget. That of debt servicing, there's nothing they can do about it. But the area of personnel costs, they should look on how to cut it down.
Now, debt servicing during Buhari's regime, I think that was a 6.31 trillion naira. Tinubu's regime, 8.25.
How do you run is not
trillion
disturbing?
naira. Yeah, it's still disturbing. It's not too we can do about it. I just need to appreciate you people for coming out to review with me. All right, don't you think this will have a negative implication on our economy if we continue this way?
Definitely, there's no argument about that. That is why we can only ask the government to look inward and see how to cut cost of governance and free money for infrastructural development. Because the only way the common man can benefit is through that infrastructural development, through job creation, because if the money you are paying civil servants, though they are Nigerian anyway, but what percentage is the civil servant compared to the generality of the populace? Their percentage is too small to have the necessary impact needed to the government to have in the society. Don't forget that the constitution is very clear about the welfare of Nigerians, to the point that the constitution says it shall be the primary purpose of governance. So if you have a budget that is not addressing the concern of Nigerians, it's quite unfortunate. And unfortunately, the government, when they want to give out to National Assembly members, to the governors, they don't waste time. They do it with speed of light. But when it comes to addressing the concern of the citizens, the vulnerable, the downtrodden, you don't see government being strict in doing that.
All right, now quickly to another story that is making rounds. The crisis rocking Senator Elisha Abu, and this young man has pointed a finger at the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. Akpabio has come out to say, no, I'm not part of who sacked you. I'm not part of the persons. What do you think really went down? What do you think happened to Elisha Abu?
For me, I think, like he alleged, it's not my place to actually know whether the Senate President played a pivotal role in his removal by the Court of Appeal. Though he has equally alleged that he's not alone in the plan of the power that be to stop some House members or senators to serve them for the Senate. Yeah. And according to him, the plan is to use the judiciary to do it. The one thing I will tell you that Elisha Abu is someone I like so much, particularly the way and manner he has spoken in that Senate, because issues that have to do with public interests, I've seen that he's always on the side of the public. I recall when the senators were trying to disturb the screening of that young Nigerian, how he rose to the occasion, and his submission is one of the things that made Senate to screen and confirm the guy. So for me, I'm not happy that he was sacked. Though I don't know whether justice was served because I didn't follow the election that brought him. But to be quite honest with you, he's one of the senators I cherish.
And you cherish him? You slap the senator?
No, you treat issues based on its merits. When the issue of his confrontation with the person he slapped was the front burner, I condemned his action. But when we saw his disposition when it comes to issue of national interest, how he would always be on the side of the public, I think I decided to start liking his approach to issues recently.
I think he was the one that paid a visit to the family of Mohbad. Yeah. With Yabo Ojo. Yeah, he was there. Yeah, he was there.
But I know that he's always outspoken.
Yabo Ojo
when there's issue of leadership.
He did not win election. That is the thing.
I thought you were holding umbrella.
He did not win election.
I thought you were holding umbrella. Wait, I thought you were holding umbrella.
Whoever commits sin, you only pay for his sin. So that's it.
What I said is that I didn't follow his election. So it's difficult for me to comment whether justice was served. But I thought Lucky was holding umbrella. I didn't know.
I'm just patronizing because the weather is so cold.
I thought he's biased to the point of
look at
you would let them invite you.
Everybody's cloth is wet. So
and you would let them invite you before you start talking.
So I just want to help.
We
need each other.
Okay, we also are making what you could saying that Senator Abu is one of the senators that speak up on national issues.
That is why I'm sad. That's why I'm sad. Because we needed more of his time.
Senator Abu.
Yes, because before you have a good National Assembly, you must have opposition, people who oppose anything that is not right. And the leadership of the current leadership of National Assembly, Elisha Abu is not scared. When he see anything wrong, he speak up. So we needed people like that. Okay. So unfortunately, just like Lucky is trying to play sentiment here, and the side is a PDP member, but I'm not saying it like I said.
You don't win election.
I said I didn't follow his election.
You started speaking.
So it's difficult for me. If he's talking about that one, judiciary in Nigeria is not to be trusted. The issue of Bukachiwa, we have not heard the last about it. How Bukachiwa indicted the wife, how he invaded the wife position, and why the wife was serving a judge in Nigeria under Court of Appeal, how he influenced the wife to take decision in respect to his colleagues as a senator. So when you start hearing revelation like this, do you trust Nigerian judiciary? And not because this is unfavorable, Lucky, you trust the judiciary.
What is my benefit?
All right, let's travel to Osun State, where we have pensioners, suffering. Yeah, I don't think that this since 20 Osun pensioners suffer exhaustion amid rowdy verification. Is there no way to go about this than allowing these old
That
men
is one
and
of the
women
problems of our
to
society.
suffer this kind of
Somebody who work up to 35 years, at times 60 years and retire, then the person to earn his enjoy his benefits peacefully becomes a problem.
For you can't do that.
For me, if there is need for verification, there are better ways of doing it. Rather than guarding the people every now and then under scorching sun, and they will be exhausted to the point that some people will be the medical personnel are looking at how to revive some persons. For me, I think that is the highest level of wickedness on the part of the government. But one, we are in the era of technology, where you can capture everybody who is concerned in a database. And from time to time, you review the database. Who says the personnel of government cannot visit the home of the pensioners and verify whether they are still alive or whether they are dead or so? So for me, I think the government, this is the height of wickedness on the part of the government personnel.
Yes, thank you so much, Matthew. I appreciate you for coming out to analyze these issues. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, David, let's have you here. David. You say what?
Senate President.
Why are you rushing this in? Take
Thank
it
you
away.
for...
Why are you taking
He's the Senate President. Good morning to you, Mr. Senate President. Thank you for always sending prayers to our neighbors. So that's one of the dividends of the prayers.
You're already taking tea now. Hot coffee. Hot tea now. Have you?
We need to. They say no work, no play, make Jack a dog. And thank you for the Senate President that has rolled out palliative and sent prayers to our neighbors. So that was why we had to purchase this.
So go for this. Coffee to go. All right. Please don't advertise this.
I'm not.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Let me quickly appreciate the viewers for joining us today. Don't worry. Let me hold it. All right, we have Taiwo Nulade saying good morning to us. We have Amechi Wachukwu. Thank you so much. Atalo, good morning. Damian Osas, we appreciate you. King Henry, thank you so much. Others still yet to join us on today's edition of this program. Okay, let's quickly talk about Senator Arbo. He has said that there is a power play in a sack. Do you see that? Do you subscribe to that? Do you subscribe to what he said?
In every rumor, I think in every rumor there's always an element of truth. For now, he has alleged that the Senate President, because he opposed, he did not support Akpabio when he wanted to emerge as the Senate President. So Senator Elishabu was in the camp of Senator Yari. He was looking for Senator Yari. And unfortunately, Senator Yari did not emerge as the Senate President. And then he said something again, which also caught my, which also I listened to. He said why Akpabio was giving office committee, that Akpabio was only giving it to those that voted him, to his loyalists. So he stood up in the house. He had meeting with Akpabio from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. He had to raise that motion in the house, and then Akpabio shut him down to sit down. So, and then he also said Akpabio alleged that every case, every penny case that has to do with the National Assembly matter in the Court of Appeal should be moved to Abuja. That was what he alleged. I don't know how to treat it. So, in as much as that, I think he will know the cause of it. He has rift with the Senate President. So that is why we say the Senate President, the Vice President, and the President, and the governors, these men are powerful. The powers with our constitution have given so much power to them. Imagine a Senate President asking that all cases pending in court that is related to every senator should be moved to Abuja. And the judiciary is not would not even say no to it. Because probably if you have said that again will be moved with money.
Akpabio can just tell you to move all cases to Abuja, and then money or see, Ghana must go, wouldn't have changed hands. Definitely, it would have changed hands. So for Elishabo is inside the system. He knows what is happening in the system. So for him to come out and then accuse Akpabio, I think he knows what he's saying. And then don't forget, I know Akpabio very well. When I was in school back then in my university days, this is Akpabio that has sweet mouth. I know.
You've always said it.
See, Akpabio, if there's anybody, I said if there is, people used to say, then you are telling that, say if there is any governor that performed woefully, that was underperformed in Akwa Ibom State, it was Akpabio. And then I have my reasons. Akpabio has sweet mouth. People don't know. Akpabio will do everything possible to kill his opposition. Everything possible. Akpabio, I know him. If you are not in line with Akpabio, Akpabio will do everything possible just to make sure that this person does not see the light of the day. He said about 5 senators too will go, but then as he has come out to confront them, Senator Akpabio, I think that move, that impeachment saga could be hot because people will come out now and know what is really happening.
Now on 2024 budget, federal government plans 26 trillion naira. David, isn't this outrageous?
Like Mr. Senate President, I think the budget would also be presented to you, and then you also call on the rest of your colleagues.
I'm not Akpabio. I'm not Akpabio.
Well, they're about business time. Don't you? As far as you've been sending prayer box to Mr. Lucky neighbors, everything. You are Akpabio.
We need it now. Rain is falling. Everywhere is cold. Oh, I'm shaking. I'm here now.
Definitely.
Take some coffee now.
My brother,
You can
I don't have money.
let's do this. You can
I expect miracle to come.
No, miracle is coming. So, Mr. Mike, it is not a. I think the amount budgeted for service debiting is. I think how much is it for
Which one is that?
for service that includes to
That's 8.25
trillion. Now, how can you use that part of 26 trillion for the budget? And then some money has been earmarked just to service debt. A huge amount of money is just to service debt. Now, I think it is high time the government needs to look inward. There are some agencies that are creeped that is not even generating 1 naira. And then people are there. What is this agency doing? And government keep putting money into those agencies. Now, all those agencies will still come to the National Assembly to still debate their own budgets. And these agencies bring nothing to the table. It brings nothing to the table. So I think at this time, the government needs to look inward. That I think every agency needs to start making money on their own. Every agencies, aside from federal land, custom, immigration, and then central bank has to do about.
No.
Central bank has to do about with the monetary policy. So with other agencies, that is also generating money to the government coffers. So I think at this point, the money meant for debt servicing, it is the fault of the government. Because if the government had not plugged the states into debt, nobody will every year when there's a budget, we think on how to service debt. How long shall we continue service debt? And now the same government yesterday said 1.5 billion will be borrowed from the IMF, from the World Bank, 1.5 billion US. Now next year's that one again will still be captured in next year's budget, or then on how to solve, or then how to start paying that debt again. How long do a government, the cost of funding governance is so high. It's too high, and that is why I see majority of our lawmakers living extravagant life. Now you are 10. Now there's a service debt. You're serving debt. Now the government is still planning on
buying SUVs.
Buying SUVs cost about 58 billion for people that have nothing to offer. for those people who just go to the house to say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Along the line, these guys get good vehicles. So at this point, I think even the government of themselves need to look inward and see to be done. The best thing is fine if you want to make if you want to stop all this issue of debt servicing, fix the basic things. The government need to fix the basic things. What are the basic things? Fix a refinery. You don't see nowhere in the world. This is the only country I see we borrow money for consumption. You borrow money to feed people. You borrow money to buy cars. It doesn't work that way. No country will grow. No country tends to grow if you continue to tow on this part. You borrow money to pay salaries. Who does that? Now, if the government is saying, okay, fine, I'm borrowing money to fix the Warri refinery, I'm borrowing money to fix the Port Harcourt refinery, I'm borrowing money to fix the Abuja refinery. It's a work development. But you see government saying borrow money to pay salary. Look at even government is even going to pay, even borrow money for palliative. I'm not saying it. It's alright. Why in the first place? Why will you borrow to feed people? I think at this point, government needs to go back to the drawing board, sit and then see. At this point, I think it's just a guesswork. The president does not know how many people he wants to capture in his budget. He does not have a database of how many Nigerians that will be captured in this year's in the next year budget. Before you plan, you must have. Before you capture people, at least you must know the number of people you want to capture in your budget. That's also states. Now, even the president himself cannot tell Nigerians that, see, this is the exact amount of people living in Nigeria. So how do you tell the people you don't know the people you want to plan for? So I think that is as far as the genesis of our problem. Let government have a comprehensive analysis database of what every Nigerians, so that when the budget is coming, every Nigerians can see majority of Nigerians and unable to capture this budget. Probably it's just for the minute or some persons that has some database and then majority of Nigerians are not captured in this budget. Now, one thing I want to say again is that the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu should please, nobody should inflate this year budget, because this is only just the president is just proposing this. You have some ministers who will still come again and bring their own, and then inflate their ministry budget. So I think on the Senate, even the Senate again, we still get money. We still get money from the ministers, so that those ones will inflate their own ministry budget padding. But please, the FCC and the ICP should please make sure that this year's budget, next year's budget, should not be padded.
Okay, now there is a story I want us to quickly look into. The Third Milan Bridge. The Third Milan Bridge, now a death trap. Motorists lament. I think with the numbers of vehicles plying that road, motorists plying that road on daily basis, the road needs urgent intervention. About 270 billion naira has been given, set aside for road rehabilitation in Nigeria, and which the Third Milan Bridge is part of it. This is a bridge. David, don't you think it needs an urgent intervention before any other road?
Thank you, Mr. Mark. That road is the only road that connects people, residents that lives on the mainland to the island. That's the only route for now. And one thing I want to say is that this road was built by Babangida, I think in 1983 or so. Now, since 1983, a military government built this road. Now, what was the population of Lagosians there? Now, what is the population of this same Lagosians there? Now, what stops I think Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Lagosian. And then he has been coming out to say it was Buhari stopped the Lagos rail train then while he was still in ministry. And then now Tinubu has been clamoring for Fourth Milan Bridge, in which President Jonathan, he has refused. Or OBJ refused. Now he is the president. What steps has he taken to make sure that 4th Mainland Bridge comes up? So that at least when there is 4th Mainland Bridge, it will reduce traffic or people that fly that route. Because that road connects everybody to the island. So I think this is time for government to make sure that now the process, even if you want to contract it out, this award of the 4th Mainland Bridge, give it out to Chinese firms. At least durations, give them the time frame now from now to now. Let this road be done, because see, it is so called for that people who want to go to the island, go to the 4th Mainland Bridge. You see traffic jam packed just because it is only just one route that can link people to the island, to and fro. Even want to access the mainland, it is through that road again. So I think the government should think it one. The Senate, I think the Minister of Work should please urgent repairs should be done on that road, because if anything happens for that road, Mr. Mike,
Big problem.
Go pay the happen now, because that's, you know how many individual price that road on the limit.
Yeah. Now, like we have it here, the bridge that's by King Henry. The bridge was built by Julius Berger, Nigeria PLC. The phase 1 of the project was commissioned by President Shehu Shagari in 1980 and completed by President Ibrahim Babangida in 1990.
So,
all right, we have something here. A comment here by Stop and Shop. I think say Tinubu say na him build Lagos. Look at what is happening to Lagos now.
That's the federal road now. That road is the federal road. But see, one thing about Nigeria is that this road needs to be maintained. Maintenance. It's not just building road. Now, how often do the Federal Ministry of Works engineer go there to inspect this road? Now, one thing is now, money can be voted now. Tomorrow, they will just do substandard road maintenance again. Within 2 days now, road set don't spoil. So one thing again is that it has to be is the issue of implementation. When people are being awarded contracts, spare nobody. Make sure that road is being done to the standard, so that every Nigerians can at least be happy. Because I was even scared. People are even scared now to don't ply that road. Imagine 3rd Mainland Bridge. There's no underground roads. The only roads we have are no longer motorable. I think to me is so disheartening. It is so disheartening.
All right, thank you so much, David. I appreciate you for coming on board. And we have Taiwo Odunlade giving response to Stop and Chop. Do you have the video where he says he built Lagos? You need to grow up, Stop and Chop. That's what Taiwo has written here. Good morning to you, Lucky.
My brother, I'm so, I'm cold this morning. My clothes, everything wet.
Sorry.
And I know, see your shoe, everything. I'm sorry about that. I think we have to make our viewer and let them know that we have to do it, because most of them wake up early morning, try to watch us. My brother, we are wet, and it's not easy to stand there and make sure our viewer. God bless you, Taiwo. I chop and chop. I know you are eating. People are watching. I love you. God bless you. I'm cold here. Mike, we need more tea.
Tea or gin?
We need anyone.
No problem. We'll do that after the program.
I hope I read USA.
I don't think so.
Anyway, God bless you. My name is Lucky. You're going to be Lagos. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. Lagos for coming on board. 2024 budgets, 26 trillion naira. Lucky, 8.25 trillion naira for debt servicing.
Actually, why I don't want to dwell on that much is that since I was born, is anybody benefit? I have not have any benefit to me. Even the people, just. No. No benefit. You, any benefit for you? You only had it
from the government.
Since we were born. You only benefit for the government, the senator, the president, and the ministers. I get me. Even though the thing went to 100 million, trillion. It's benefit them, not me. Not us. Only here talk to analyze it, go radio, TV, everywhere. At the end, they will tell you not last year budget. How many trillion? Did they go anywhere? They still went and borrowed. What we need is to allow the state to manage their resources and pay 10% to federal government. That's the only way. That's the only way. How would they go to source this money? Me and you. They started. Subsidy, remove the little money you have. Give it to the Senate president and this enjoying buying car, buy everything. Where are they going to source that money? So analyzing it is just a wasting of time.
All right, I'm meeting what you call Mr. Lucky, the king of yam. I have
my brother, no yam. The yam almost ended, no yam. Even to buy say chop is a problem. Even before, normally, okay, you know, normally, some of our brother in abroad used to send a little bit, they need to buy yam. Even nothing again, no. They go help you there in Jesus' name.
Have you two gotten any palliative?
Where's the palliative? It's them that's helping us. People like them, people who are watching us. Nigeria care for you. They did not care. They don't care for you. You'll be hearing trillion. At the end, the year we end, you will not see anything. We start complaining. They say the problem is that I don't want to dwell on that area. That trillion, not trillion. They will still remove from the poor and give it to the rich. See what happened to subsidy now? Collecting money for us, at the end they say they declare 1 trillion. At the end, what happened? Look at roads, everything is flat. So, no need to dwell on that area. Analyze it, just wasting of time. They are still going to eat and pay. They look at the number of ministers. You are saying you want to cut down government to make sure that at least the poor breathe. At the end, you are employing 48 ministers. That 48 minister will employ special advisor, everything. They will pay them. But you know, common man will not say anything. What am I analyzing about that? So, Tunubu and go and enjoy their...
All right, let me read the comment by Gladys Oyaba. Our roads are really in bad conditions. It is difficult for people to move freely. It takes hours to travel from one state to the other. That's just the fact.
Like yesterday, the people spent 3 hours for bypass yesterday, just for spot. 3 hours. That bypass area there, where all the Dangote trailers used to park in Benin there. So 3 hours. You look at Terminal Bridge, you are saying, I used to go to sometimes there. The roads are bad. You can't speed more than 40 kilometers. You can't speed. It's not possible. Otherwise, you pull out, you can fall inside the water. And why should I spend 8 years? 8 years with the money they borrowed, at the end, what? How many trillions of budget? They end up buying car 130. How many?
130 million.
130 million. And then 130 million. After you bought the car, before you start telling Nigeria you want to buy a car. But the cars are there. The cars are there. This is the thing. Why I'm angry? Why I'm angry is that you just make budget. Is it bad to me? Nothing. To my family? Nothing. We are struggling. We're struggling. Whether a budget, you want to finance road, if we borrow to pay salary, is it the right thing? The only way, okay, Mike, I'm telling you, is the state to go and manage the resources. Whatever you have there, we have all these things in our state. Let people go for agriculture, go for other things in our state. They will pay 10% to the federal government. I don't know, that's why you see some state will tell you this road is federal road, this road is federal road. And even that I do the road, federal is not going to pay me. So we are suffering. Keep repeating the same thing every year, So in that area, I've told them that I'm not going to go in that area. I told them we should go and sort whether to pay. They look at the debt, 8 trillion to pay. Are you sure? If you want to do that, you're going to pay. Are you sure?
You've not even finished paying Buhari.
I'm not sure.
Buhari did not finish paying. Abi, where is he going to source the money from? That's the question. I get me. You see, we don't have money. So the only thing is that...
And we still keep borrowing.
We still keep borrowing. You borrow to pay salary. You don't even borrow to... Okay, let me ask you a question now. Look at some of the places they built. Parents say build, they couldn't finish it. I get me. You build, you leave it. Do you know what they're spending the money for? Go to Koyi, Banana, you see 5 houses. That's why they put the money there. And when they finish, they will now rent it to 60 billion, 80 billion for 3-bedroom flat. I get me. So you are not telling me analyze. I come analyze a budget of 2.7 trillion.
What benefits?
What benefit is it doing part to me and my family? Where we're hungry. So, my brother, okay, Mike, the issue of you mentioned this man they sack for Senate.
Yeah, Senator Abu.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, don't forget, he slapped and a woman in Abuja that time last time, Abi, was on that PDP. Now he now went and joined to APC. You understand me? I win an election there. And I don't know what happened. The court said he don't win the election and sack him. Yes, we need people, young people like that in Senate, but you do win the election. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Did you win the election? So what I'm saying, they're all the same. All of them, they're all the same. Tomorrow night we jump to PDP back again. We go contest and win the APC. Go back to PDP again. They're all the same. All of them, they are shower. I don't believe them. What Nigeria needs now is the youth. Like I'm telling you, people to come out and say the right and say the truth. We can't continue like this. Nigeria cannot continue like this. Every day they keep telling us, hold on, be patient, be patient. That's why you see people in abroad who are watching and they are tired. They can't come home because the roads are bad. We keep saying the same thing. I can see me. We keep preaching, talking, TV, every day we keep repeating things. Our president doesn't listen to us. Listen to the youth. I get me. Look at the old men he put the ministers. Only person that is working I know is Wike. Other ones are those.
Word of David Umai.
Yes, Umai is trying, but he's just going around. Nothing has started.
Making noise.
Yes, you know, to make noise. Start work. You still have some money left. Some of the contractors still have some money. But please let us go to the site. Not to just talk for 6 months for now. This year, let me tell you, we are approaching December.
You are expecting to do some inspections before. No, you can't just embark on a project like that.
Matching order is very, very important. Look at the government.
Which he did. He has been inspecting these roads.
You will see. Let me tell you. Are you aware? In Warri Road,
States of the Federation.
Warri Road, a car seller burned people there. They say even when they didn't even evacuate the people who dead. And you have road safety, you have other agencies, they did not go there. Until another trailer fall again, and last 2 days ago, another container fall in Apapa because of the bad road in Apapa. So must we wait? One of the contractors who fixed those roads. Now you said you are going to open this Conway Road, Lagos Ibadan Express Road, this September. Now, again, you are not pushing it to December. I get to me. So, government should show something and do something. And that's why we believe that we need an action. Not to just talk. Action, we need action. What we are supposed to do, order the contractor to go back to the road and start now. I want to see you. Say, let me tell you, when Rocha came into power, Rochas, he said, all contractors go to your site. And we come there. If I meet you there, I pay you. If I don't meet you there, I will pay you. This is it. You don't need to just stand for television, media, talk. I will do that. At the end, Buhari did that for 8 years. At the end, what are we talking about? Why should I do the same thing? We need an action now. We don't need to wait for 4 years or 3 years. Start doing it. You have the money there. You have the money. You see, when the Nigerians are telling you they don't have money, it's a lie. Do you know how much customs are making? Do you know how much immigrations are making? Do you know how much agencies are making? Corruption. Even the Senate. Where did they get money to buy all these cars? How many senators? How many House of Reps? Can't be money. Billions. They say they bring up palliative. Have you seen where they are sharing rice? Except some places in the north, in the south. Ask them, what are they sharing? Nothing. Is it the problem that when the head has a problem, the leg and hand, he has a problem? We are suffering. Do we need to die before we start enjoying all these things? I'm serious. It's very bad. So our government, we don't believe them anymore. We don't believe in the police, the judiciary anymore. I get me. So they need to start doing things now so that we know that not to just stop for this year's ended. They will not make another budget again. And the budget, we are not seeing the budget, we are not seeing anything. So I don't believe anyone, one of them. You should not look at now. Everywhere. If they invite Tinubu for China now, he will not go. He will send the vice president. But when he invite for America, he will go to America or UK. Sit to your home, do something. I'm telling the truth. They should sit in Nigeria. Let senator, president, ministers, everybody can sell up. Sit on one place. Say, what we do this month, next month. Let's do some sell. They can see us.
So how do you expect them to drive in investors when they don't? If they don't go out
I want to ask you, Buhari for 8 years, sir. Can you tell me how many companies Buhari brought for Nigeria? 8 years just makes up to one. You go there, traveling. Do you know how many times Buhari travel? Okay, just when Tinubu was going in, and now, can't how many times he has traveled? How many investors have come? They are wasting our money. We have everything here. We have Chinese who are employing our youth. We need to be youth here. I don't know. They should encourage them not to go to America. Those who don't have security, they are hearing everything. Our brothers who were in abroad, they used to call me, say, insecurity, they listen. Some of these news, they are tired. No, really, they call me. They say they are tired of all what they are hearing, corruption, no road, kidnapping. Will they come? Abi, they will not come.
Yeah, I have it here. Gladys Oyabo. The federal and state government can go into tourism and other ventures and thereby attract investors to come to our beloved country. But there's a question she asked here. The question is, how good is our security? And she also said, how good is our electricity sector?
God bless you. Now, they will bring light for 2 hours now. After 2 hours, they will take it for 3 hours. And when you recharge 2,000 naira, before you know, when you on something, it's gone. Most of our company we have there, they don't use our electricity. They use diesel. You know how much of diesel now? You expect somebody that will bring you money from abroad, dollars, and come and spend your day, will not take home. That's the problem we have. Judiciary, if you have a problem to sack staff, or employ staff, or even to establish a company, it takes a very long this thing. Understand what I mean? So the problem is corruption. We need to sit down, think, Tinubu, governors, senator, councillor, chairman, governor, let them sit down and think, are we ready? Are we serious to move this country forward for just 3-4 years for Tinubu? If they don't do that, we will still be running, come back again, come tomorrow, but just collecting for poor, paying the rich people. That's why we hide the corruption. Every sector is corrupt. Even the Asorok, senator, governors, look at the money they gave them for palliative at the end. Buying car, bulletproof cars, all of them buying bulletproof cars. I don't know what I mean. Did they need, I want to tell you, Akpabio has money. He has a lot of cars. Does Akpabio need car, 130 million car? Okay? Does it need it? One of the previous ones, why did you collect the car from them? I get to be just like what Uzodema did, or Okorocha did. When they were going, they collect all their cars and give it to those who are coming out. Federal government should do the same. We are wasting money for this country. We are wasting money. Let me tell you, he's a Democrat, according to them. He should come. He had declared that he wants to go to presidency. Now he's gotten it. What I expect him to do, number one, let him drop the past government first and collect money from them. They suck. Buhari suck our money. Buhari wife. Suck our money. Buhari in-laws. Suck our money. They should go for them. Even Fashola, who collected money and spent no road. No road that most of it now. No road. Except Dagote road. The one Dagote is built for Papa and some few road. Okay, then. Ask Fashola, how many roads did you commission? How many roads did Buhari commission? I get to be. We should be saying that is it. And the youth, everybody quiet. Nobody's talking. Election is over. We quiet. We are not talking. So that is it. That's why the politicians are saying it. That you don't talk. They can say anything. I say budget people that the deliberation about budget 20 trillion. Their service something. What is it? Is it concern me? It does not benefit me and my family.
And because because of the weather, let's quickly give other people.
The cold is too much. I'm feeling cold. All my body is wet.
Sorry about that. All right, Charles. Wow.
I don't pay for you.
Sorry about that. How are you doing?
Come on. I like the shoe.
But this umbrella is not sufficient for us.
At all.
We need bigger umbrella, guys.
It's wet already.
We need bigger umbrella. We need a very big one,
Alright.
like a tent.
We'll do that.
Honestly.
We'll do that. Yeah, all right. Thank you. Tinubu is what we're talking about.
Oh, Tinubu.
Federal government, the 2024 budget. We have 26 trillion naira proposed for it.
Yeah.
And about 8.25 trillion naira meant for debt servicing. And the question is, how can we stop this attitude of paying debt servicing all the time? Is there no way we can promote cost of governance in this country? No.
Mr. Mike, thank you for having me. The cost of governance that we all clamor for has been institutionalized. Okay? All the aids, all the ministries, and all whatever point of view is in the constitution. It has been standardized. And the cost of governance, I think it is even less than 3% of our national budget. What takes money away is corruption. Forget about cost of governance is not up to 20%. I don't think it's up to 10% of our budget. We have 20-something trillion, right? The government does not spend 5 trillion on the ministers. If you are talking of cost of governance, are you also talking of salaries of civil servants? Are we also talking about that? Apparently no. But taking care of the ministers, their logistics and the likes, like the 160 million cars, this is an extant law. I put it forward for any obedience or any article. You couldn't have stopped that. There's no way you could have done that. The only person that could have rose against that, if they were effective, are home buyers who understand their rights, who are for the people. Labor unions are supposed to be the voice of the people. Labor unions are supposed to be a pressure group that holds every arm of government accountable. They should be able to hold the judiciary, legislative, and executive at both federal level and state level. Because we have labor unions across all states. We have labor union chapters in every state. But here we are. Some people say that Tinubu should have stopped 160. How could he? How could he?
Stopped it.
How could he? He wouldn't have paid it. That is when you understand that those legislators understand their power. That is when you see that those legislators will initiate what we call impeachment. That is when you know that they wait for him when he brings his bill. I mean, how does the executive work? He works with the application bill. He just brought. He said that they are planning 20-something trillion, right? Who will approve it? Who will give him the go ahead? I'm going to spend this money.
The same lawmakers.
Every corruption that goes on in this economy is being supported by a committee head who is a senator or an house of representatives. I'm happy Aki Alabi, the owner of NairoBet, he's the committee head of Ministry of Works. I'm happy. He's from my state. And he's known to be a very effective man. He's a man of sincerity. So I want to believe Aki Alabi will work hand in hand with David Umahi. At least we should be able to see significant improvement in our road infrastructures. But you said, brother, look at Jaribe. Jaribe is the committee head of gas. Today, the cost of gas per kg is 900. This is a man who cannot come out and tell us that he has been going around to all those, dealers, all right, of gas. Call them to order. Why are you people selling this thing? Or where he's not doing anything. You can see where the legislative are so important. But we don't know. You are telling me because I've been able to demystify to you that it's not cost of governance. You think cost of governance is paperwork? It takes a lot of time. Labor union have also increased the cost of governance by demanding for more money. We said, let us remove subsidy. We know what subsidy did to us. It exposed us that, look at it, you people are just useless people. You guys are not producers. What you people do is consume. You think if we're producers and they remove subsidy, we'll complain? Nobody will complain. But you and I, what we do is we go to Alibaba. I like this watch. Make it important. Have you ever for once asked yourself that, let me be able to produce this umbrella? No. You've never asked. None of us that come to this podium on a daily basis, or any of our viewers, have ever asked themselves on a daily basis, how can I convert cotton to a fabric? I mean, in the old golden days, there's what we call Ashoke. I mean, in my own state, we're very popular for that. In your state, Ashoke. They happen to be one of the major producers of it. Ashoke, where it was being milled, there's this wooden mill that they use to convert cotton to what? To fabrics. But you see, here we are. I don't have that patience to mill. Let me just call my Igbo brother that we import. Chinedu Alpha, you don't import that, you might come buy the fabric. And then yes, what happens to our dollar? It keeps skyrocketing. It keeps what? Skyrocketing. It keeps skyrocketing. Everybody will complain that it's the government. But my question is, why is our music industry? Why is it so successful? Did the government intervene in our music industry? No, you ask yourself a question. Did the federal government intervene in our film industry? Look at Nollywood today. Look at the videos and the likes.
The entertainment industry.
No, just look at
generally.
it. No. Private entities saw the opportunity and they believe that these guys, I think there's talent. Look at Sony. Sony is now people say this Nigerians. People say, after all,
Sony Music.
After all, these guys might not be able to have the sense to do all these technical things. But people are saying enjoyment with their this is a state of enjoyment. Let us go and invest. They like entertainment, so they know music. And we need to understand that that's what we have. One other sector that we are so good at is the religious sector. See, religion. Religion. But I understand that the federal government is trying to ensure that those entertainers, those our skit makers are brought into the tax net so that they can be taxed and money will be generated. 26 trillion would have been a piece of cake. Look at our oil wells. Everybody is stealing. There's a senator in charge. Are you know there's a senator who is in charge of every affairs going on there. There is a senator in charge who is what? In charge of the what? Chief of Naval Staff Affairs. There's a senator in charge who is in charge of what? Niger Delta Affairs. But we the people who say, Oga President, come here. You are the one. Order, give order by fiat. Then I ask myself, do we really know what we want? What we want is a dictatorship.
But when things are going wrong, things are not working well,
yeah.
Who do we drag?
We drag our spokespeople. Yes, listen, we will drag our spokesperson.
But if the head,
we will drag our. Listen,
he oversees everything.
Listen, when you have a king, the king has people that can, I mean, should I say on king or the king that can remove him? When you have that kryptonite, okay? Look at the devil. The devil is so powerful. But you know that the devil owns the world. But you know there's one person that always deals with the devil, which is your God. Why is it that you don't run to the devil? That devil, what you do, don't do. You run to the God. Because you know that if the God eventually answers your prayers, what he does to the devil, he keeps the devil shut. In this instance, our senator, listen, we have always had this belief that the senators are rubber stamps. And we are so wrong. We have never tried to call these guys. We don't put that measure, that equal power, pressure, agitation, frustration. And you know that the way they did it, people were holding our state assembly members. People were holding them. Let me tell you, you see, Lagos State is just a job. Yesterday I went for a train ride. I went to New York. And when I was inside, I was listening to nobody. You know who gave them that? They called them. They said, you people are in Yoruba land. Everything must be done in Yoruba. Immediately. Look at what they do to somebody. I mean, his commissioners. That they said they were not going to confirm about 16 of them.
Some.
So when Lu was shaking, look at what is happening in Ondo State. That they said that Oga will go and impeach your deputy. Until we the people, we know, look at state assembly members, they will do anyhow because nobody talks about them. Nobody measures them. Nobody evaluates them. Nobody has their time.
There's a comment here which I would like to read to you. Damian Osas, you don't want to blame the head, but who does the final signature for funds to be disbursed? I guess it's not. I guess it's me, not to me. Okay, not to me.
You see, Damian Osas is unintelligent. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Your signature will only remain relevant provided that you are on that seat. When you are being kicked out, your signature doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do you get my point? If you as a governor, while you're on that seat, you only remain as relevant as you're on that seat. Obi was as relevant until they impeached him. And then he came back because he wanted to judiciary. All through his remaining years while he was there, if he needed funds, he would approach what? The State House Assembly. And he didn't step on toes any longer or whatever. Okay? I mean, he had good relations with them. What I'm saying in this instance is, a working State Assembly and National Assembly, you will discover that your president is nothing but a stooge. Your president cannot sack your House of Assembly. A president will not just come and say that I'm sacking this House of Rep. They're not born aware.
Assembly member.
But one House of Rep can say that we want this president to be impeached. And if he's able to galvanize people, that president will be impeached. And let me tell you, that process can be completed. But we, the people, we don't focus on them. Everything the president does, it constitutionally must be scrutinized by these guys. But no, we are not about it. We are about the president. Okay? We are about the president. And we are not wrong being about the president. But we should do better by also holding these guys accountable. It is very important for us. Even 6 trillion, whatever, what have you, is not too much.
It's not too much.
It's not too much. We are paying debt because of cumulative failures of our past, president, right from 1999, whatever. Okay, now, here we have, Wari also compounded the issue. Here we have to do. We cannot run away from it. A person will talk this, will pay this. Here we have. The man on seat, if the legislators are up and down, there are two things. It's that the man does well or he gets impeached. But we say that the man who is the president is a rubber stamp. Okay, we who are the people must ensure that Akpabio is not a rubber stamp if we hold him accountable. But we are not. Let me tell you, Tinubu is feeling the heat of it. Tinubu is feeling the heat of the people.
Are you sure?
I am sure. But Akpabio is not feeling the heat. Nobody is talking about Akpabio. That word that he said that common Nigeria, ordinarily Nigerians should have stood up, go to that National Assembly in Aso Rock. Probably we are being charged by the labor unions, whatever. But we don't take them serious. And meanwhile, they are very important. That if those ones they be rubber stamp. And meanwhile, they are the engine room.
They are the major problem.
Oh my goodness. Anything you want in Nigeria today is labor union that should. It's the legislative arm that can solve it. If you are that one, if you are that type that supports Biafran should go, Yoruba should go, who will bring it to fruition? Yes, today we have electricity bill, we have so many other bills like railway decentralization. Look at it, we want state police. Who will bring that to fruition? People are saying that why are we not having our state police having AK-47? Who is signing into it? Who is signing into it? Implementation. The legislative arm can ensure that the federal government implements. Look at the student loan. The student loan, the legislators are supposed to, by now, are supposed to be calling the federal government out. Okay, what happened? What's happening with your student loan? Maybe you said by October you start. They are supposed to be having such discussions. Okay, what is happening? The federal government will tell us, nani money. I mean, when we hear such conversation, okay, fine. There's no money. You get the point. You know, last week in their plenary, they said that the federal government should intervene on dollar. And immediately the federal government is saying that it will intervene in dollar. I am telling you, if the legislative arms request, or if they pass it, if they are up and doing, I swear to God, the president go there down to them. Because he knows that the most powerful thing they have is they can take him out of that place. But we the people, we are not taking those people that are removed. We're not taking them responsible.
Senator Elisha Abo has been taken out.
Okay, the guy that went to the sex toy. You see, it's so unfortunate that today that Elisha Abo is gone. What everybody can remember of him is he was in a sex toy and he slapped the social.
What about speaking up on national issues?
Everybody is talking about what was he doing in the sex toy? The person like GULP said that today he's reaping the fruit of his deed. Now, how could he have gone to a sex shop and slapped the girl? Was it because the lady didn't? I mean, we Nigerians, we love frivolities above serious issues. That's the truth. Elisha Abo, who was celebrated as the youngest senator way back in 2019, has been sacked now because he did not properly comply. He didn't join the line of corruption. And I'm so disappointed in Obi.
In Obi?
Yes. Obi seems to be a man who lacks, this charisma of galvanizing people. Look at the 21 senators of Labour Party. Okay, but I think we have, if we count Labour and the House of Federal Reps and the senators, I think we have more than 20 of them. Why is Obi not having conversation with them? I mean, they all came on the promise of what? Consumption to production. What we want in our National Assembly is a robust, a rigorous House of Assembly, whereby there's serious friction. Look at what is happening in America. I've told you the only reason why America is so successful is because they have an effective House of Congress. They have a vibrant House of Congress. Why those 20 Labour Party senators? As of today, they are the most cooperative senators. Anything we have Fabio talk, oh yeah, more they go, okay? More they go. And I'm going to say that they will collect 160 million worth of SCV. As a matter of fact, they already want to be late. Immediately they are forgetting what is happening. And that's why I'm saying that he needs to work on his work, on his ability to what? Galvanize people to see through. Because all these guys, he campaigned for them. They were able to ride on his popularity. What we are talking about is good governance of this country. Nobody is talking about whether if it was Obi today, I am telling you, APC senators will be antagonizing so many things. That's the truth. I am so sure of it. Because Tinubu will be what? He will be instigating matters inside the House of National Assembly. That's who he is. He will be instigating some senators.
So you expect such from Obi?
Look,
yeah.
You know what happened in America? Trump instigated the Republicans that let us not sign a bill. That bill, if McCarthy had not compromised, the American economy would have been shut down that last 2 weeks.
This umbrella is.
And do you know who was pushing the Republic? May you guys? Can you guys?
Are you know? You are stretching the moderator.
Can you guys excuse me? Can you guys excuse me? I'm educating our viewers.
Someone has said something here. Niyi, you love Obi. I could bet you secretly voted for him.
Listen, I never for one day said I hated him. There are two reasons why.
I can pick some points in what you're
Let me tell you, there are two reasons why I voted to look ahead of. And anybody on this platform can attest to it. I said, one, Obi has not gotten the clout to defeat Atiku. And two, I needed power to move back to South. And the only person that I know that can bring that reality is Obi. If it was Obi against Atiku, I am telling you, power will retain in the north, and that will set a destructive precedent, whereby the Northerners will be emboldened that, yes, after all, we can keep the power. At this day, power is in the south. So nobody should say that power is not in the south. Power is in the south. Okay? The blame should have been PDP shouldn't have allowed Atiku to run. In 2007, Obasanjo did it. Obasanjo told Peter Odili, Oga, step down. Peter Odili has spent a lot of money. He told Odili, step down. Maria Adu and the likes were the one that contested. And all we had was all Northerners contesting. You get my point now? So I'm not against it. I don't hate it. But he didn't have that, what it takes to win Atiku.
There is a question for you here by King Henry. If there was no Tinubu, who would you have picked instead?
If there was no Tinubu, there would have been a person like Wike. And that's the truth, and I would have voted for him. Atiku, listen, nobody, I mean, you have to break the omelette. If you want the sweetness, you got to break it. Wike doesn't have that, he doesn't have that aggressive nature.
Is it Wike
Obi, I mean, guys know what I'm saying. Obi doesn't have that. That's why I'm saying that if Obi was someone who is ready to push this narrative that we have to take our country back, it's senators, because they are senators. Those Obi is their principal, whether they like, because they are saying Labour Party. Obi should be pushing them like, guys, what did they stop? Wait till they saw up now because of me, all of them enter. Well, I know they hear on a voice for that national. It's supposed to follow them drag. I am telling you, and I say it over and over, that if Obi was president today, Tinubu would be instigating APC guys. Look at PDP. Are you not aware that PDP is still doing some runs inside the National Assembly? PDP is still pushing some kind of things there. Powered by Atiku. You get powered by Atiku. You think if Wike was the presidential candidate of PDP and he lost, don't you know what Wike would have done? No. We need to understand that your ability to see through, follow through, it's not about you alone. This is why majority of people that work with Obi, they are nowhere to be found today. And your ability to carry people along. Okay, and I mean, we have to do this thing together. You get, he's not that kind of a person, unfortunately. He's not that kind of a person. And that was why I said, Oga, I think must not retain this thing.
All right. I need to let you go. All right. All right. Charles. You're welcome on board. All right. You know what we've been discussing, and we need to move to another story here. Let's quickly talk about the Third Mainland Bridge. That is now a death trap for motorists. What do you think the Minister for Works should do to make sure that road is restored and to make sure that people are safe on that road or on the bridge?
Well, once again, good morning. My name is Charles. The Minister of Works, being the former governor of the state, right? I think he has a lot of things to do and he has a lot of things to put in place because we are talking about a road that leads to one of the hearts of Lagos, a place like Banana Island, Koyi, and Eko, and Lekki, Isis. And you find that most of what are called big boys, Lagos big boys, even Nigerian big boys, that's where they have most of their investments are from there, towards that area. So, and the only major links that particular place is that Terminal Bridge, and if you cannot fix that Terminal Bridge enough, I think that's going to be a very big problem because I was opportunity to pass towards that place was it 3 days ago, and I said it here that the potholes that you found there is on a high increase because the thing is gradually. Was it on Monday or on Wednesday last week? A tanker that was an accident there. A tanker.
Accident.
A tanker got an accident there. And, instead of risking what the tanker drivers and the other fools that got the accidents. People went there and they were siphonning most of the fuels that are coming in from those tankers. So sometimes you look at it, is it their fault or is it the fault of the federal government itself? It's a federal government road, and you know that it's a very, very important road that links to so many places in Lagos State here. So government should be able to do a lot of things so that they fix those things up. We're talking about bridge here. Anything that happens, it's going to be a very disastrous. That Tomaland Bridge, even when you are even passing towards that place on a car, as in driving or something like that, you look at it, even peek through the window, it's scary. The place of you entering there. So, therefore, you have a lot of things to, as in a lot of work to do. It's not all about expecting going from one place to another. Start working with this. We have seen what UK is doing now. They have been doing a lot of good jobs in Abuja. So we are expecting that the federal government themselves, even not only the federal government, but I believe that even the Lagos State government should be able to join hands with the federal government to put most of those places in place, because most of us, we have a lot of revenue generated for Lagos State here comes from that place too. So Lagos State should also join hands with the federal government so that they look at how to fast forward and amend those areas. That's very, very important.
All right, so on the budget for 2024, 26 trillion naira, what's your own take? Is that not too much for us?
You ask yourself a very simple question. The budget during Buhari regime, I think the first tenure of Buhari was about 3 years, and the budget was about 3 trillion naira, if I'm not mistaken. So even with the budget or without the budget, what benefit do I have to? What benefit does the budget
what
has?
do you gain?
I don't gain anything. So if they like, they should go and borrow from here to they should go to the whole the best country in the world and borrow money. Come here that they want to do budget. It doesn't benefit me. What they are after is what they will give to themselves. We're talking about budget, and this is the same people that call themselves presidents, governors, and senators, members of House of Reps. What were you doing to put in place most of these things that we are facing here in Nigeria? There's a lot of total hardship here. You are talking about budget. You want to fix what the budget that has been in place, the money that has been borrowing. And you look at the budget, it said there's going to be they specify a specific amount of money that they're going to use it as in fighting as a debt.
That's to service
of debts. Then you ask yourself, the debts that the so-called the past president borrowed, they have not even started paying anything, and they are still borrowing another one. And now you're talking about budget. To what essence does the budget have to do with me? I don't have anything to, sometimes there's anything that we don't even need to comment here, because the budget, if you're like, they should do, it's 5 trillion naira budget here. You and I will not benefit anything from there, because it's just within themselves. You were here 2 days ago. The government have to sign that the government, the senators should be assigned to over 130 million naira vehicle each senator. You ask yourself, what happened to the previous vehicle that these people have been using? Now, you talk about, okay, go to a place like America, go to a place like UK, and most of these are brothers in UK and abroad can bear me witness that. Sometimes it's not, you don't park much car in your house like that. It's not necessary. It is, do you want to tell me that the Senate President needs that kind of car? He doesn't need the car. 130 million naira. Do you know what 130 million naira can do to a life of Nigerian citizens here? But this is something you are giving to a single soul that people elected into that particular position. And you are here telling me about budget. What budget? What essence? The same people that are called themselves in that line, that happens to find themselves in that kind of line and shoes, as in the senators, the members of House of Reps, the president himself, the governors. The budget goes for them, not for you and I. The palliative, what happened to the palliative? So you ask yourself, sometimes we should be honest within ourselves here. Most of the things we say here is not that we're happy saying it, but if they can hear us and know that whatever they are doing is not right, 130 million naira car, where are you taking it to? Why you know that? Okay, the staff, the teachers are there asking you just for 35,000 naira per month. But you cannot be able to give them that at 5,000 naira per month, and you are there spending about 130 million naira. What happens to most of these people that doesn't have work? What happens to most of these companies that are not even functioning again in Nigeria? Why not use that money to serve most of these companies? How many, you ask yourself, even during Buhari regime and this present regime and other parts, how many of them have been able to bring in a fresh company here, and you can even boast within yourself and say, this is what the country have done, and you are there sharing 100. It's too much, my brother. Give an average Nigerian here 1 million naira, you will turn it around. If you really know what you are doing, you will turn it around. But we're talking about 130 million naira just to buy a car. Is the car going to take you to heaven? What kind of business politician are we having in Nigeria here? I call them business politicians because they don't have the interest of you and I at heart. Because if these people should have the interest of you and I at heart, 130 million naira is a huge amount of money that can go a long way. How many are there in that House of Senate? But we're talking about 130 million naira, and you're talking about budget here. The budget that will not even you and I, they can only come to paper on national dailies and announce it that this is the budget for the year. But at the end of the day, nothing will be seen. Even the road is not working, the network is not working. What happened to the most of this electricity here? It's not working. So we should tell ourselves the truth. These people, they are not even trying. What they are after is their own selfish interest. So anything they're talking about the budget, they should go to. I'm not even bothered anymore because I'm tired of hearing budget. Millions upon you tune your radio, what do you hear? Millions upon billions of naira, but it's not even you are not even a beneficiary to that. So they should go to whatever, take their budget to anywhere.
Okay. Moving down to another story here. 20 Oshun pensioners suffer exhaustion amid rowdy verification. Why I'm asking is verification.
Verification of poisoning, right? Mm-hmm. Were they poisoned?
Poisoning.
By who?
Not poison.
We have the story.
Verification of their PVC.
Yeah.
Okay, PVC.
So,
okay.
If you're not aware of the story, let's move on to the report of the weather. I think I'm exhausted here. I'm tired.
The rain is too much on you now.
Sorry, Charles. Let's move down. So let me quickly answer Raphael. Sorry, let me answer Raphael. Well, yeah, on the story.
Sir, yeah, because Mike, all the way from Ogudu, where I'm coming from this morning, rain. I did not even expect to see you guys here, but when I saw you guys, I saw you with an umbrella that is not even having enough shade for us or shelter for us. That's why I'm saying kudos to all of you, especially Lucky. Lucky came all the way from man. I'm still praising our viewers, on this program. They are trying, for staying awake. Some of them that are in America, some that are in Asia, some Asian countries, they still stay awake. Then all of us in Nigeria here with the viewers, all the way, Charles come from almost Apaja, if not Apaja, yeah. The rain. Agege, man. The rain started as early as 4 a.m. I did not know that 50 will still hold on today. That's why you see me, I was in a haze that time. I was like, Mike, what is going on? I just want to shoot. Who was speaking then? It was David. Yeah. So, but we thank God that we still give our viewers what they want.
My first clothes is wet.
I know. Because the umbrella is not even as big.
I have to change the clothes.
The umbrella is too tiny.
No, apart from the umbrella. Okay, let's quickly talk about the 2024 planned budget. We have about 26 trillion naira.
I think that's the biggest ever. Yeah. The biggest ever budgeted in Nigeria. They have started planning it now. Anyway, yeah, that's good. If Tinubu could, tenure is should tarry until then. Because you don't know who might be Nigerian president tomorrow. Because Supreme Court has not yet decided. But I'm still saying something here. Any money Nigerian government budget as their annual expenditure. Mike, you should go there and do your maths very well. Remove 23% out of it because 23 is going to the lawmakers and other government agencies.
Even debt servicing, about 8.25.
Debt service is too much. I'm telling you. Debt services engulf like 23%, debt services, let's say 13%, that is 6.
Then you talk about all these gifts as a sort of remuneration, or you call it allowances and the rest of them. Remember, it will come up. Wardrobe allowances, car gifts. See, that's 24 or 23 trillion, 26 trillion, which is the highest ever Nigeria has budgeted. To me, it means nothing, because all these remuneration gifts, car gifts, allowances, then current dollar, that's forex exchange, dollar and naira, contribute to it. Because that 26 trillion, judging by the current rates, naira dollar exchange rate, you will find out that that money is nothing. Dollar is 1,000 plus, 1,045. So, Mike, the so-called 26 trillion is nothing, if you ask me. I didn't understand. Had it been when dollar was like 300, 250, 400, 450, there was a time it was stabilized on 450. Then I will tell you that the 26 trillion can go a long way. Yes. I'm telling you. But this time around, after piecing it, after doing our mathematics, our calculation, you will find out that the budget is nothing. At least we have the extravagant payments, to make to the lawmakers, to other governments, departments, their workers within the executive alone. If you see the salaries they're cutting away, I mean, all the presidential assistants, subordinates to Mr. Chief Tinubu, currently, after paying these people, nothing is left. The legislatures, after paying them, nothing is left. From there to local government level, Mike, 26-point-something trillion is nothing currently, comparing to dollar exchange rates to naira. It just sounds so skyrocketing, gigantic, or gigantic. Now sound, it just sound, it has no value. Sorry. 26-point-something trillion has no value comparing to dollars exchange rate to naira. It is nothing. I'm not surprised. I'm not even trying to shout, wait, Nigeria is going to be good next year. We are budgeting 300 trillion. That 300 trillion divided by 1,045 naira, as in dollars, you find out that it has come down. And we have a lot of debts to service. We have a lot of more secured loan that we do not even know about it. I didn't understand. There are many loans we secured that Nigerians cannot even tell about today. IMF is giving us loan. Paris Club, World Bank, countries like Germany, countries like America, countries like UK, they are coming up with their own loaning. So there are many things we don't know about federal government of Nigeria. And listen to me. If anybody is starting on or depending or try to ever think in his mind that 26-point-something trillion budget next year can help Nigeria, Mike, it cannot. I'm telling you. Look at the lifting of ban on rice, cement, and other essential commodities. We've not seen it spread out for over how many days now? Because I want to see a Nigeria whereby we go to market now and say, madam, how much? You say, my Oga, we are waiting. The one we've bought before, we've not sold it. Oga, expect us next week. If you come, I will sell a bag of rice, 19,000 to you. Nothing is at sight. Nothing. Rather, we have tuggery of war between customs and the contraband people. I listen to me. They call them what? Smugglers. They are fighting customs because smugglers themselves, they are laymen. They expected the ban lifted to take effect now. The customs are like just telling them, no, wait now, this thing is a gradual process. Those guys said, no, I have a friend from Abreba, the guy is into it. He imports rice. That's all his business is importation. Rice, vegetable oil, tomato from Cotonou, Today the guy is telling me, say, Oga, we are studying this thing. It's going to take time before it will begin to be effective. So, my brother, Nigerian stability of our economy is not here. It is far. It is coming on a snail speed. Yes, on a very slow. snail speed. Because customs, you are going to satisfy them. Those immigrations, they must satisfy their conscience, they must chop. Police go chop. BMI. Don't be surprised that on getting to our international radio, you have BMI, Directorate of Military Intelligence. They are there. They are collecting money from rice, somebody, a rice trader. They are collecting money from somebody that's smuggling petroleum products into Niger, into Cotonou, into Togo, into Cameroon. They are there too. Almost the whole Nigerian armed forces, they are there. I'm not, okay, let me tell you about paramilitary. The quarantine, they are there. It's a paramilitary. They are not supposed to carry gun. They are there. Civil defense that recently, has began to use arms. They are there too. You will settle all of them. At the end of the day, the end use, like I told you yesterday, the consumer will use his head and take the whole goods. So what I'm telling you now, Mike, 26-point-something trillion annual budget, yearly budget that is coming next year, 2024. It's going to be like, it's a dicey something. Let us see. Let us wait and see how it's going to work out. But our prayer is this government going to be in place then? Is there going to be another government leveraging on judgment of Supreme Court that is going to take place next month? Are you listening to me? Because if you ask me now, Chief Tinubu is working hard to make sure that what they give him. But it shouldn't be on merit, it shouldn't be on merit. It shouldn't be on give me, I give you, chop, I chop, stop and chop, and begin to go because of what I gave you. Are you listening to me? Lucky is shouting he won't go home because Lucky is the owner of the umbrella we are managing. Mike, you try to do. We all try to do. Lucky,
can you just pardon me? Because I'm also.
Yeah, I know.
So don't worry.
Everybody. It's not even big. It's not even big. It's all over my body.
By God's grace, I'll give you more time tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks for the understanding.
So, thank you so much, Mike.
All right, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. All right, thank you, viewers, for joining us on today's edition of this program. We appreciate you all. Esteemed viewers, thank you so much. Okay, Moses Olaniran, thank you so much. Damian Usas, we appreciate you. King MJ, Wadunlade, Adegunwaniyi, Moses Olaroke, Stop and Chop, Gladys Oyabo, Jarek Lance, thank you so much. Abe, we appreciate you. Gladys Oyabo, I learned you demanded my number yesterday. Okay, please, the number is currently on display. You can see it on the screen. See my contact there on the screen. Thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate you. Bye for now.